Hey guys, welcome back to Follow Me 11B. Discussions on current events, macroeconomics, and freedom and liberty from a veteran's perspective. Today I wanted to do something slightly different though. Today we are going to discuss Doctor Strange. Three things. We're going to go ahead and talk about the character Doctor Strange. We're going to talk a little bit about the 2022 Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness movie, which has actually just surpassed $500 million worldwide, macro. And finally, we are going to go head to head against the 2022 Doctor Strange movie versus the 1978 Doctor Strange made-for-TV movie. In every age and time, one of us is called to join the battle. Yes, that's right. I could only find it in VHS when I was looking for this. But I digress. Let's start off with our categories. Categories will be to determine the better of the two films. Number one, acting, and shall we say, let's go with acting. Acting and actors. Number two, let's go with effects. And finally, let's go with story, how things hold up. Do they hold up? So let's kick things off with acting, actors. 1978's version stars Peter Hooten in all of his 70s glory. Famous for the Inglorious Bastards movie, 1978 edition. I know what you're thinking. You didn't even know there was a 1978 edition. Neither did I. Don't feel bad. So let's go with the 2022 version starring Benedict Cumberbatch, an English actor famous for Sherlock, the Sherlock Holmes TV series. One thing I noticed straight out of the gate is one of these actors looks slightly more like the comic book version of Doctor Strange than the other. I will let you be the judge on which one. Let's go over to other actors in the movie. The villainess. Both have villainesses. 1978, we've got the late Jessica Walter as Morgan Le Fay. She's famous for The Flamingo Kid and Murder, She Wrote, if you're a fan. And the 2022 Doctor Strange movie, Multiverse of Madness. Villainess is Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen. At the end of the Wanda Vision series, was taken control of by the Darkhold and basically became the villain in this movie. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, I guess. But in my opinion, the acting is a lot better in the 2022 version, as you may have already guessed. But let's go to category number two. Category number two is effects. The effects in the 1978 edition. I'll just give you a quick example. They didn't have many effects. There was nary an effect to be found, but the ones they did have, I'll give you an example. The character Morgan Le Fay, she works for her boss. Her boss is an unnamed boss, an unnamed villain, like some kind of a weird demon character that appears in the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie. Kind of looks a little bit like the Gorn from the 1960s Star Trek TV series. However, a Gorn with a weird incandescent red light shining on him while his terrible animatronics are moving his lips outside of the words he's saying. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with in the 1970s version. The 2020 version is CGI that actually looks good. And people getting, there was one scene where one of Wong's acolytes, I guess you would say, while defending their territory, gets turned basically to ash, and it actually looks legit. There's a scene where the one scene in particular that really caught my attention, I can still remember it now, is when then Doctor Strange and the character America Chavez um, falls through the multiverse, and one of the multiverses, as they're tumbling through, turns them into like comic book characters for a couple seconds, and then they fall into the next universe, and they're back to being regular people again. So, I mean, there's just really no contest there. 2022's got them beat hands down. So, let's go to category number 3, the final category, I might add. The story, and does it hold up? Well, let's see here. The 1978 version has a story about Morgan Le Fay trying to find a signet ring. She's given by that Gorn character 3 days to find and retrieve a signet ring that is somewhere on planet Earth. But you'll know it when you'll know the guy that has it. You'll know the guy that you're looking for when you go to Doctor Strange's mansion, which isn't Doctor Strange's mansion. It belongs to somebody else right now. Some old guy that kind of looks like Doctor Strange, but isn't Doctor Strange. It's very confusing. And make a long story short, she has 3 days to get a ring. If she doesn't, this Gorn's going to be very, very mad at her. Okay, he never really says what he's going to do, but you find out later in the movie. And in the 2022 Multiverse of Madness, the character America Chavez is falling through the different universes somehow. She doesn't even know how. And she's trying to find a way to basically defeat a creature that's trying to, well, they're trying to destroy this book. And if they can destroy it, then the problems that Scarlet Witch is causing will be put to a stop to that. Wanda is chasing this girl, and any Doctor Strange in the multiverse versions that gets in her way are going to fall before her because she's trying to get back together with her children, which don't even really exist, but she believes they exist because of the Dark One. Anyway, it's a long story. You got to watch the movie, but definitely the story might be slightly better, but what I don't like about it is how it holds up. And what I mean by that is in the 1978 version, it's just Peter Hooton, albeit with terrible writing, fighting evil. And in the Benedict Cumberbatch 2022 version, it's that as well. However, it is also a little wokeness. For example, there is a scene where America Chavez, played by Xochitl Gomez, Xochitl. I believe she's from the Babysitters Club. I've never watched it, but it's a Netflix show. Mentions how she has 2 moms, and there's several scenes where they prominently, in her uniform, shall we say, she has a jean jacket thing, and then she's got a big pin, which displays the flag of, shall we say, a certain group that Disney has been recently accused or admitted to trying to promote in every way, shape, and form. So I would like to just go to a movie where I can see good guys fighting bad guys. I don't need to have wokeness or be lectured to by. So in that category, out of the 3, this one I would give to the 1978 version, but 2 out of 3 still win. So hey, final winner. Sorry, 1978 version. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in the head-to-head fight wins. A couple honorable mentions here. Let's talk about John Krasinski as Reed Richards from The Office. He did a great job. Was just cool to see him in this role. I kind of hope that they bring the Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four movies back. I don't know what the actor's name is from a number of years ago, but they didn't. They got Krasinski, though, and he did a fine job. Patrick Stewart reprising his role as Professor X, and albeit a Professor X from another universe. But yeah, that was cool to see him in there. So I guess one last thing I just wanted to just reiterate the winner, 1978 versus the 2022 Multiverse of Madness. 2022 Multiverse of Madness. Surprisingly, if you did want to watch the 1978 edition, I was shocked to find out that just last month, in April 2022, this movie, Doctor Strange, 1978, has now on Blu-ray. So you can see Peter Hooton in all of his Blu-ray 1970s glory. All right. I'm going to have to actually check that out. No, I won't. Also, one more thing, just in case you're wondering, is it worth watching? I don't think it's worth the Blu-ray, personally. Is it worth watching if you find it on late night TV or Netflix or something? No, not even a little bit. I had to do it for you people. I do it for you, but I don't recommend it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's one of the greatest movies you've ever seen. I'd love to hear about it. Post your comments below. And don't forget, we are growing. Visit us. We are here on YouTube. We're on at Follow Me 11B, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, The Real Follow Me, at Rumble, at Instagram. And we will see you all on the next video.